the only badass novel bitches around. So.
Oh, there we go.
I'm good to go.
Then, when the music is broken off,
Yeah, you're supposed to there you go.
I'm so excited for this! Flower bookmarks. These are so pretty.
we all got different designs. Mine is bamboo with
that was an exciting
adventure.
Hi, thank you so much. We have Erica Bauermeister, who is guest author Kayla tonight. We need a lot of tan with us tonight, you guys. All Jess Lowry, right here with us tonight. Welcome, Asha. We're so excited. Hi. Guest author Hannah Wickens. We're so glad to have you back.
Thank you. This is one of my favorite book clubs in the universe, and I'm just so grateful to be with y'all.
Tonight we have guest author Gretchen Burke. Hey, bitches.
Hey.
Hey. Hi, Jessica. Welcome. Hello to my favorite bees. Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She said bee, not bees.
She said bee, not bees. Which one?
Wow, we caught you.
Yeah. Look at all of us are like, this one right here. Hi, Anissa. Welcome, babe. Oh, for real, though. Hi, Katrina. I know you didn't say hi, but I see you. You popped in, girl. We miss you, by the way.
Don't hide.
She said all of you. Ooh, she's smart. Smart one. Smart one. Hi. There you are. How have you been?
Yeah.
What have you been up to? All right. Everybody's going to come in, do their thing. It's summer, so we have a lot less readers than we normally do, and everybody's busy with their crazy schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of which, so Anna had kind of a crazy day, and she didn't get to read, although I'm pretty sure she didn't read last week either. Am I right? Like,
was she on last week?
Yeah, she was on.
Oh, okay.
She didn't talk about the book once. I love her so much. She tried so hard, but she was like, oh, I listened while cleaning, and I was like, I love you.
I've chimed in without reading here and there just to get up with what you guys are.
Preoccupied by her day and stuff last week. It was hilarious. I was over here dying. Jessica was like, girl, you look so bored. I was like, I just don't. Anyway, so she's not on today. Desiree is obviously not reading this month, but she had a nice beach day. They took their boat out. They have not done that in a very long time.
Oh, nice.
Because she's having a good day. And big shit. Her baby started walking yesterday.
Oh, really?
Well, she was taking a dump. I said it. She's taking a dump. She has cameras in like the main areas of the house. So her oldest daughter, Avery, was out in the living room with Odin, and oh my goodness.
Oh, Avery see it first?
He starts walking and she screams across the house like, Mom, turn on the camera. You need to watch this. And so he doesn't even act like he's learning how to walk.
He just went for it.
He just takes off across the whole living room right into his sister's arms. Just the sweetest thing ever. So she's having a good couple of days, which is nice for her. And then, Teen, you had a big weekend. What did you do, bitch?
What was your weekend?
Had a very big weekend. It was my 20-year high school reunion.
Oh, was that yesterday?
Oh, it's all weekend. We had a whole weekend of events. Friday night we met at our high school and did like a mix and mingle type thing, real fun, like dressed like the 80s 90s, and
so fun.
Yeah, that was super fun. And last night we had a formal event, sort of, very fancy dresses.
I like formal events. I feel like there's not enough of them.
I know, so we did that last night.
That's
cool.
You looked incredible, by the way.
You do have photos?
Thanks.
Are they on Facebook?
Yeah, they're on Facebook.
All right, I'm
Check them out.
You look incredible. It looked like fun.
And then this morning, we all rallied and got up and had brunch at Kiki's Chicken and Waffles.
Yum.
Shout out. It was delicious.
It
was, it was, 3 days of events. notes. And,
how lovely you look. Oh, how fun.
You did. You looked incredible. You and your hubby looked great together.
There was definitely some effort put in there. I'm not used to makeup, so
yeah,
I'm like YouTube tutorialing. Like,
it looks really, it looks really natural. It doesn't.
Yeah, no, you look great. You look great.
Beautiful.
And did she enjoy her weekend at her auntie's?
Did you enjoy your weekend? Yes, she did. She went out on a boat on the lake.
Ooh, boats.
Yep. So I'll say it myself.
Oh, that you got a shot and a finger prick from the doctor. So.
That's not fun.
No fun.
But yeah,
not go next time. I'll skip it.
You gonna go to Tasha instead of the doctor?
Yeah, we won't go get
ice cream.
I don't like them.
Right.
I have to give Leo one every 2 weeks, and it sucks. So I already know how awful it is. But all right, Jessica's got a 30-year reunion coming up.
I realize it's my 20th this year, but
mine went by. I don't even
keep track. I don't even know if anything happened.
We had a good old time.
That's cool.
Not doing much this year. 30's every 10 is like a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Welcome.
Good evening,
Mr. Grizzly. And then we have greetings from Hungary tonight. Welcome, Zozo. Welcome to the United States here. Y'all are making me feel really old. Girl, you look like you're the same age as us.
Come
You
on.
can say all you want, but whatever. Technically, I'm old enough to have grandkids now too, so just thank goodness I do not. I'm really hoping that my oldest waits. He's the one that needs to wait a little longer in life, maybe till his 30s. He'll never see this, so I can say that.
How about if he has one with somebody in their 30s? Does that make a difference? At least somebody's in their 30s.
If she's incredibly successful,
then it's like, why
I'll
is
be
she
okay.
with
I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay. Or she or he. Jury's still out. I don't know. He's never brought a date home, so I like to do it to him. He is the worst. He's been he's been dangling that for years. He's like, yeah, maybe I will. There's a couple of good looking dudes over at ROTC. So maybe and I'm like, knock it off. Are you just fucking with me? He's like, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
I'll never know. He's going to be 21 in September and I still, no clue. So
my brother is 20.
Hey, you've never interrogated friends or anything?
See, look, everybody is a late bloomer. I swear it's just the younger generation right now. They're just late blooming. So makes me feel better that it's not just.
No, I mean, for him, he's like, I'm just focused on other things. Like, it's not that I don't
want school, work, friends.
Somebody. He's like, it's just not my focus. And I'm like, man, I wish it hadn't been mine sometimes.
Right.
Accomplished a lot more had boys not distracted me so much.
Oh, boys.
Can you imagine? Oh, man, that is a really good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Had I not been distracted by
the promise of love.
Oh. I don't even know about that. My hormones just distracted me from the get-go. I don't know. Okay. All right. You're a late bloomer too. You're going to be 50 next year, bitch. That's exciting.
It is.
That's super exciting. So when we go on retreat, we're going to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to tell these days, right? Right. Okay. So, couple of things. We'll just get it out of the way at the beginning. We read a little bit more this week. Boom. And we finished this book next week. So we are going to do our watch party. And it is going to be like a private watch party that we can do on here with you guys. So anyone who plans to participate in that, I'm going to send messages to everyone and check in, or you can send me a message to get the link for that.
Do we have a max amount?
No, we do not have a max amount.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Actually, we'll find out maybe. All right. But hi, Regina. Welcome, babe.
Hey.
Good to see you. All right. So, unfortunately, I totally got like my weeks mixed up, and I thought that I had like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever to do anything. We're going to Disney. So
Fun.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we are gonna have to do our watch party on Tuesday night so that I can actually watch it with you guys. Sure. So we are gonna plan for 5 p.m. Pacific on Tuesday, which is 5, 6, 7, 8 Eastern. Everybody else. So anybody planning to participate, just let me know, and I can either send you a link or just send me a message, and I will send you the link and the information that you'll need. We will do the watch party for The Time Traveler's Wife. It's going to be the movie, not the TV show, and we will take probably 2 breaks just to refill our bevies, grab some more snacks, get a shot, tinkle.
Tingle.
And then carry on. We have a little private chat we can discuss as we watch. You can be on camera or not, but our screens will be all film. So it'll be super fun. We enjoyed it last month. And hopefully we have a couple more this month. So we'll see. Never know. It's a Tuesday, so. And then our boxes for August, which is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson, shipped tomorrow. These are a fucking trip, y'all. You guys, you're gonna open up a fucking acid trip just for ready. Like, if you wanted to literally fall into a fucking story, that is going to be the box you receive for August. So.
Looking forward to my microdose. Thanks.
Yes. I'll put like an extra something in there in yours. We're not actually sending pills and shrooms.
No, that'd be horrible.
No. All sarcasm over here. Don't listen to me.
Just the locations on where to get them. We'll have a map.
I don't even know.
Map out where they're legal.
You're just like buddy.com.
For experiencing this drug, go.
Right. There's like a whole book on like how to find the shit in nature too. I'm sure that would be interesting. Maybe we'll find one for a giveaway. How to get high in nature.
How to forage for psychedelics.
Forage for psychedelics. You know,
that would be a good title.
Where is it again? And have mad honey.
Yes.
Where is that? Somewhere in the China area. Can't remember.
Trippy honey.
Yeah. That trippy psychedelic honey. No, I'll be there. Yes, you will. That movie was a trip, if memory serves right. I felt so wasted watching it.
Right? You don't even have to be wasted. It'll make you.
I had to be sober. All right. So we can jump into the book. A lot went down this week for Claire.
So I'm going to let you guys kind of lead because I don't want to repeat. I don't know where, like, it's all one big read to me in my brain right now.
Yeah.
So mine is officially annotated. Like,
that's so fun.
These are all your butterflies, and I ran out of them.
Oh no!
So I had to start.
It looks like an ocean, like a rainbow ocean.
It does. It's so fun. It is so fun. And then I got mad that I had to change. Now it's like, should I buy like a shit ton of butterfly ones? I already have these. I won't do anything extra like I want to, but
I do want to give a little forewarning for our discussion. There was a lot about miscarriage this week.
Yeah, that's good.
So I think it's fair to just warn everybody that our discussion will be discussing that topic.
Thank you for
yeah
to say that.
Little warning there. Good girl. Yeah. Well done. I did. I ran out of butterflies of the right color. I still have a few butterflies of certain colors.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I didn't just like randomize them. They're all specific.
No, I remember that.
Too. But yeah. When I ran out of the green, that was the problem.
Yeah.
All these extra are my green replacement. So anyway, all right. So a lot went down. We're just gonna like recap the whole reading for this week. So they got married at the end of last week, and this week was them realizing that they would like to have a baby together, and also simultaneously trying to figure out what's going on with Henry through his Dr. Kendrick, a genome doctor who is promising to figure it out and help it stop. So they ended with him seeing him last week. This week he starts off with his appointments and getting all that stuff taken care of. Welcome, bitch. Look at you. She's here. She's here. We literally just started talking about this week's reading. And then Tuesday at 5 p.m. is going to be our, what is it? Watch party for the movie. So let me know if you're going to be there, and I will send you the link. Okay. But I'm glad you're here. Yeah. All right. So they tried very, very hard this week to get pregnant. There's a lot of up and down.
Yeah. Well, there was 7 miscarriages, right? Because that was like the name of the
titles.
Yeah.
The chapter titles.
When I was skimming through the book just to like see what titles were coming up, because I have been listening because I've been busy. Yeah. So I was like just skimming through the book, or whatever, and then I see the numbers. And I'm like, what are these numbers? And then when I found out what the numbers represented,
you're like, oh
yeah,
it hits a little bit harder. Yeah, you're like, oh, okay. There's just some rando numbers in here while everything else has a name. I don't think that's wrong, though. I think that sometimes you don't need to give an extra title to.
Yeah, I think I hit like the 3 in those chapters, and I hit the chapter list button, and I was like, oh my god, I was like,
7.
Oh my god,
President Henry trying to sabotage it. Look.
Yes. So, yeah, that's a whole bag of work.
I am so glad that she was warned about this. Yeah. Like, good future Henry was like, look, stupid younger Henry right now is about to sabotage everything. Don't worry. This was the moment that I was like very happy. He was like, don't give up. Because when she finally says, like, I'm done, I'm going to give up. And he was like, don't. And I'm going to try to sabotage it along the way. It's still going to happen. Don't worry. Like, that was good. I was like, at least we get to know, like, before the next 2, right? That, like, it isn't final.
So I'm going to pause there. Like, so, like you said, he came back to help his current self from sabotaging. Like, how awesome would that be, though? If we could, like, your significant other, like, it's like, oh, I'm going to screw up. I'm going to screw up right now. So let me fix it right now.
Like, well, it was interesting because there was no like fix there. It was he's literally gonna fuck this up, but don't worry, it's gonna work out. And so he's just warning her to like keep at it, but
I guess fix it in like
come back and fix anything.
Like but he's there to like fix it.
It's his younger self,
you know.
It's his younger self.
Oh
that pops in and is like, "Hey, my sperm works." So
right. But no,
that's probably what it really is too. In the end, I even made a note of that when they were starting to try, and it was like fail, and I was like, why doesn't one of the younger Henrys just come in? Like,
but it kept failing because the baby kept traveling.
Yes, when we found that out, I was like,
so did I miss it? Did they? Was it just
they only just
didn't travel, or did they didn't do anything to prevent the baby from traveling, right?
So no.
Wait, no, they give her immunosuppressants.
No, when she was pregnant. Like yeah.
So they
that was like the thing of the mouse, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Suppressed their immune system that the mice babies wouldn't travel.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think she does do that.
And that's where the fear came from for her of what could happen to her.
Well, I mean, and that is probably like a light bulb in the head too. Like, what's been happening? Why does it keep happening? I mean, they definitely had their concerns about getting pregnant to begin with because they knew that it was possible that, just wouldn't work or that they could lose a baby, I guess. And then it just continuously happens. And that was like a good like light bulb moment for them to see like, hey, we tried it in the mice and turns out they like to travel right outside the womb. So of course they're not going to survive. Like they can't get back in when they travel back, like if they don't know where they're going. So that was really good. And yeah, they did find out like what kind of medication was kind of working to help that situation out so they could carry to term. And that was when she called her awesome doctor and said, let's work on these things.
That's right. That's right.
I think she still lost one after that. But then the next one was the one that she got pregnant with from 33-year-old Henry instead of like 38-year-old Henry.
I wonder if his like earlier sperm just weren't like that potent to time travel.
I don't know. I think it was just the right.
Well, I mean, at that point, current Henry had a vasectomy.
There's that too. But
well, he tried to get a secret one and then felt bad.
I'm saying like all the times that happened.
I don't know, because they start.
He's later. He's in his 30s. Right, he's in his 30s when they started, but it was the 20-year-old that the 20 version. So maybe they just.
Hold on, let me find.
I'm making sense of nonsense right now.
I think he's
trying to.
Like the young one, I feel like I remember him saying like, he doesn't travel to the future much, and when he does, it's much more difficult.
Yes, I remember that.
Stay.
Or he feels different, like weaker.
There's like a ringing in his ears. Everything's sort of like trippy, but he was trying to use Claire to keep himself in that future moment. How old was he? Did you find it?
With the last?
So when they decide they want to start trying for a baby, she's 24 and he's 32. 33-year-old Henry is the one who travels back to get her pregnant.
Oh, okay.
So they only start right around when he's 32.
Okay.
But the first.
How did he know? Okay, I read this all a lot.
He's 33 the first time she.
What made him? What made his younger self try like? No, it wasn't his old. No, wait.
We don't officially know how or why he started traveling. I don't think.
Time travel broke Dominique.
Yes, it usually does. I do try to make sense of it, and it breaks my brain.
Right, made me so mad at him too when he was like, "Oh, I was just gonna go sneak off and get a vasectomy when I hop back in time." You motherfucker!
Right?
Yeah.
Like. Decide these things together.
Exactly. She's like, "Oh, I found the note." He's like, "What the fuck?" In that note, like forever. And she was like, "Well, it was still like written pretty deep in the second note."
I was a detective for her.
always check the notepad for his little rubbing, the charcoal rubbing.
Right.
You can do that with a crayon. You can do
It's got like a good edge of a pencil.
Nothing's gonna get past the
little charcoal. Yeah.
We will figure it out.
Yeah. So when they start trying to get pregnant, when she first gets pregnant, she is 25. He is 33.
Oh, okay.
So the last time that they miscarry is when she is, I think, 20, let me see. She's 29 and he is 37 when they miscarry the last time. And then they get pregnant. Yeah, so she's 29. And then they get pregnant again while she's 29. Just later in the year.
Yeah.
So he's 37 and has had the vasectomy because he comes back and is like, hey, I was going to do this thing because I'm tired of it. I can't keep living like this. It's awful, blah, blah, blah.
And he doesn't want her to die. Like,
no.
Yeah, that's his fear.
He is, scared for her, especially because they find those things out about, like, the mice mamas, so they do not seem to make it, but he doesn't want to keep trying. He's seeing it drain her, seeing it depress her. He decides, this was the thing that, like, it was interesting. They have a conversation where he starts to explain how he's feeling about this. Mm-hmm. And she automatically gets mad and is like, no, this is what I want, blah, blah, blah. And so he, at that moment, is going to brings up adoption.
Right.
And he's like, it's the same thing. I want to have a baby with you. And she's like, no, it's not the same for me. Like, this is the only thing that's real in everything that we've ever had. I have to have a child of my own for it to actually count. And he gets very angry at that. And that is what kind of sends him off and is like, I'm going to go take off, clear my head. That's when he disappears, goes back. And I was like, fuck this. I'm going to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Vasectomy. And then talks to her a little younger and for some reason chickens out. I think she's 15 when he talks to her at that age. And she's like, what the fuck is going on with you? Yeah. That was funny. But yeah, I understand his reasoning. I agree.
I understand his reasoning too.
I do too. But secretive vasectomy is not going to work for me. No. But then he bumps, he cuts back into current time, and they have the conversation. She's like, that's fine. You go right on ahead.
You do.
And so as soon as he does, then his younger self, 33, who started the process with her, so he's 33, he jumps ahead and gets her knocked up there. Then like pops back. He got to do a lot of time travel sex this week.
Yeah, he did.
They should have talked. Right. I agree. A major decision that affects them both. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I get, so she does say at one point she doesn't want to adopt because she, they've never seen Henry past the age of 43. Like, in her mind, she sort of knows, like, I want to have a kid to have something of Henry left when he's gone.
Right. I agree. That is it. And she has these dreams of a child that looks exactly like him. Yeah. And, in all of these dreams, of course, she's dreaming up a little boy. And then when she finally gets pregnant, with her successful pregnancy, it's a girl. And he gets to time hop 10 years from when they get pregnant to see his daughter.
Or when right, like it was like a few hours before she was born, right?
Yeah. So it's almost like the day or so before she's born, or that day or whatever it is. And yeah, he time travels forward 10 years and sees her on a school
field trip
or whatever.
Being like crazy smart and like just.
Yeah, 43 is the oldest he gets, is what we're thinking. I mean, that does come up this week. We just,
Well, she told him the daughter, and then she's like,
yeah,
sorry, I was not.
So he meets his daughter, Alba. She's brilliant and talented and funny and quick and as he says, full of herself and a traveler. And in 10 years' time, they discover what it is that she
they give it a name.
They give it a name, and they figure out so much more about it that she explains to her dad that she is able to choose when and where she goes.
But not stop it.
But she can't stop herself from going. She just can choose where she goes when it happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Very cool.
Chrono displacement.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. CDP. That was interesting. And it was super cool that, like, he shows up. Her teacher's like, who the fuck is that?
Did you guys? Okay, who?
And then her
like what in that moment when I was reading, I was like, the teacher's freaking out because he's dead.
Yes, he's dead. She
right?
knows
we
he's
all
dead.
like right at that moment. That's why the teacher's like,
so good. And then when she's like, oh well, he has CDP like me, and she's like, oh okay.
Yeah, and then we all like knew right there, right? We're like, oh my gosh, he's dead. Like, that's why she was so excited.
10 years ago.
But imagine being that child's mom and having to explain to the teacher, sometimes she might just disappear and leave her clothes. Please just save them for her for when she returns.
Just make sure they're ready for her.
Yeah. Right.
Well, and then Henry, when she's actually giving birth and he disappears.
Yeah.
He said he spent like hours wandering around his elementary school.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine? He's just
obviously he has no control over it, but how pissed off would you be?
Oh my god.
Even though there was no control, like
oh my gosh. Yeah, he just like disappears and goes to hang out in the parking lot of his childhood school. Like, are you kidding me? I'm wondering, so we find out that he's like just showing up looking like shit sometimes. Now that he knows that he is going, so his daughter says that he dies when she's 5. Yeah. He sees her, or she sees him a few times after that when she's 8 and so on. And immediately at this visit calls her mom, but as soon as Claire shows up, he disappears. So she doesn't even really get to see him. Terrible. But because my kids need to be homeschooled. Stop it. Welcome, Vanessa. It would be hard to explain to a teacher. Yeah. But it's just like homeschool, right? Like, how did Henry get through school without his?
He probably like could feel it coming and would like run to the bathroom or something.
Probably.
Right?
Yeah.
You had like a good few minutes seconds notice.
Yeah.
Just like with his job at the library.
Yeah.
Scurry off somewhere.
Be a troubled child, you know.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, so we find out that he and Claire don't seem to be doing super awesome after the baby because it seems like he's disappearing a ton. So we know that right before she is born, he disappears and meets her in the future and finds out that he's going to die. He comes back and he tells Claire that he met their daughter. She'll pop back in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So he tells Claire that he met their daughter and she's amazing and smart and plays the violin and is all these things. And yes, she also time travels. He neglects to say that he knows he's going to die.
Yes. Well, would you say that though?
Would you? Yes, I would. I would warn everyone I love, and I'd be like,
but maybe like a year before, but not like 5 years. Like, give them a good amount of time frame to live.
No, because
right.
Here's why, and I can understand that side, but no, because what he's going to do from this point forward is he is going to allow himself to travel more than he should.
Well, yeah. I get that.
Because
that's why he's traveling more.
He's probably thinking the baby time is less important, and I want to know who she is in the future. So I guarantee he's spending all this time.
But she's going to have like that was like the first time she saw him since he died. Claire, and then he couldn't even, and he felt bad. He was like, I tried, and so that's probably why he felt it so hard.
The problem is that he's wasting all this current time that he has with the people that he loves now to jump into the future. And I think this is also why she writes that in this time he notices Claire is changing. She starts focusing on work a lot
because he's never around. Oh my gosh,
because he's never around. So she's focused more on her art and getting those things. She's in an exhibit, and he's disappearing constantly. Even his dad is showing up more and is more, able to like kind of take over when he is not. So
I love that his dad is teaching her the violin.
I know.
Right. I wouldn't tell anyone. I would not tell anyone.
I'm not saying not say at all, but give a couple years.
Everybody. Do you guys all agree? Is everybody gonna not say anything at all, or
like I said, I'd give like he knew 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So give the first 4 years without, like, you have a baby, you want to live that life. The last year, be like, hey, so we got a year left. I'll visit you though.
I do think it's important to give people time to grieve, like while you're here. Like it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. In the end, it really doesn't make a difference. You just cope.
But you're saying like never, Vanessa, but she's never gonna tell.
See, because if you can have like a year-long party for everybody,
I wouldn't want everyone to treat me differently than they naturally would. Look, this can happen anyway. People are going to treat you however they are.
Well, yeah.
And it's going to be that they know you're dying, or it's going to be that they know some big thing has happened in your life. And that's what it is. But I just don't think that it should ever stop you from like leaning on people.
No, not at all.
And that I think just kind of like pertains to like health issues and maybe miscarriages and, you know, losing a loved one and knowing that you're going to die. I just personally believe in leaning in on other people, but I also let people lean on me.
And you know,
maybe more than I should, and I just take it on anyway, but I'm the oldest sibling, and I think that's just what we do. So it's probably just our job. So I don't know. That's just what I do. But then people live in here. I think, but there's also like a certain amount of like letting people know, like there's also going to be a change in my behavior. Yeah. I don't want you to think it's you. So you're going to see Claire right now seeing her husband disappear more after their baby is born, which is going to make her resentful and unhappy and angry. And so she's pouring herself into work instead of like understanding why he's disappearing and why he's gone for so long at a time now. He is spending significant time with his child in the future. I guarantee that's what's happening. And trying to like set those things,
or even her to give her as much time with him.
She said he made videos for her.
Yes, the lockpicking videos.
Yeah, lockpicking. You know how to survive if she tried.
So she had to know, unless she only found the videos after he died. Like,
well, we don't. Yeah,
we don't know yet. Yeah,
there's, you know, we don't know yet.
But she knows he knew, obviously, by leaving her stuff.
And then she's the one who ends up telling it.
Yeah. I just think that like for Claire, like she should know ahead of time, like, hey, this is what I found out. I don't know what the details are around it yet. And when we find out, it's super gonna suck, and this really sucks for us. But I just want you to know that like when I'm not with you, I'm just trying to like figure this out. I'm trying to spend more time with you in the past if I can. And I'm trying to spend time with our
more time with you in the future. Yeah.
Because and time with us in the future, because this is like all I'm ever going to have. And I just want to have that with me. I have that ability, and I'm going to try and do what I can there. But also, there was a little something between him and Dr. Kendrick on Christmas Eve that one year, whenever it is. And
do I forget this? Do I remember this? What?
Yeah. So they see Dr. Kendrick and his family out. And that was when he has his daughter.
Yes.
And his son. And she's like, they exchange a look. They know something. There's a secret. And
okay,
I'll have to ask him about it later. And so I'm wondering if like they're working on something, because obviously he's going to confide in Dr. Kendrick that he knows he's dying. He's now currently like disappearing for long periods of time. He's not even home long enough to take his meds on a regular basis. So things are just going to get worse. But let's see. Wouldn't tell. I'd be too afraid of being put into a science experiment. See, like you only tell like the trusted one.
Like obviously, all those people already know everything he does. So like his last few lives wouldn't turn into that.
I'm hearing it's sort of part of a science experiment with the genetic doctor.
Yeah, but it's his experiment on himself.
For him to miss out.
He sought it out. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But like I pointed out last week, way too many people know about this man's ability to time travel.
Right? But it's so outlandish that if, like, there's probably more people that know or have heard, but it's so outlandish. Like, there's probably those people who don't want to repeat it to sound like an idiot, or like just don't believe it. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, that hoopla or whatever.
That sounds unrealistic. Okay.
Like, I want to repeat that.
Yeah.
What are you? Like,
I'm not gonna sound like the idiot.
Right? Trying to convince people I saw this man disappear in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
They're all unsolved mysteries.
Oh my gosh.
Sounded like they saw a UFO. I swear he just disappeared and then his clothes were in a pile and
Watch in the future though, they make it so that anybody who has CDP is unable to play the lotto.
Oh, right. Yeah, totally.
I was saying,
or can have stocks.
People who have CDP are unable to play the lotto.
Or have stock
or have
options.
Stocks. Yeah, he gives stock tips to Kimmy.
any kind of gambling.
Yeah.
Any kind of betting where you know the outcome when other people don't.
Right. One good thing he wasn't blasted on the media.
Yeah.
Right. And what's great is in the end, they know more about CDP in 10 years to the point where she can just say to her teacher, like, oh, he also has CDP this month.
You know, that old
Which
thing.
means that, like, people know about it enough.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's the give and take of everything, I guess. But
I think that's the most fantasy thing about this novel is the assumption that the government would not somehow
right?
get
Yeah, exactly.
you are so right.
Well, this is a government that doesn't like try to take over people's lives, so
right?
They're voting well.
They're just letting them live and being.
They're voting well in this society.
Medical studies. That's all. We'll just
right?
end medical studies.
Personal choice is very key in this society, apparently.
Again, it's the assumption that like everybody like doesn't just. Well,
the little girl's able.
There
to
was
be
no
like,
Twitter in these days of this book, so like everything wasn't blasted to the world.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
This is a more utopian society they are living in, Jessica.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, this one could definitely be classified as a fantasy.
Fantasy.
It definitely could. Oh my goodness. Oh.
We are living in the darkest timeline. They are in some other timeline.
Right. Yeah.
But they do bring in some things that obviously are realistic.
Right.
We had to relive 9/11 this week. That was not fun.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
How did I miss that? What?
It was a very short.
Oh, okay.
chapter.
Like I said, I was listening.
And the reason being that there was no more that needed to be said other than like, oh, we're in. I think she probably just felt like because I'm going through it, I can't just avoid this.
Oh, it was her reference of where she was in time.
Mm-hmm, where she was kind of in time, and so like
how we do it, like we're at this part of my life, and like you're at the Y2K. That was just
they
was just her
Y2K moment, which
so
was
I remember that one.
Mm-hmm. But it was just like some things happened in our time, and so I'm gonna just kind of.
That's when she's like, where are we? Oh, this point. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So she checks in for September 11th, 2001, when I think the baby is
very young,
very new, and
I don't remember this part at all.
They know what's coming because he already knows the future. And
did I not read? What did we read up to?
So here's the thing, and I'm going to say this because it should have started with us. We said stop at the chapter called Secret. There are two.
Stop at yes.
Oh my God! I only stopped at the first one.
You're probably thinking like, how the fuck do you know all this?
Right?
No. That's what I'm thinking. Like, is this?
And then I was like, wait a second.
So you read the whole second Secret?
No, I stopped at Secret the second time.
I did that, so I'm
yeah. Okay. So you're caught up, but there are 2, so you have to read through the first Secret.
And maybe I messed up and like skimmed that too quickly. Okay.
The only reason I knew is because I checked the pages and I was reading. And
yes, I did. I looked up to the page numbers that we listed.
Dude, first Secret is like 26 pages back.
Yes.
I stopped at the first Secret.
Okay, so you're probably missing a lot.
We're done at 421 was the page-ish, right?
I'll catch up.
Yeah.
I'm reading on my phone, so I can't go by the page number because I make my text so big that this book has like 1,500 pages.
Okay. I was wondering too. I was like, I discovered it today because I was at First Secret and I was like, oh fuck. Oops. There's 2 secrets. Whoops. All right. Hold on. Where is the first secret? I just want to check really fast so that I know where you ended.
I know where it is. Well, never mind. I know as much as you do.
It's at 401, I think, or 40.
404.
Yeah, it's at 404. That's the first.
Oh, it's just one page.
Yeah, it's just one page. And then there's experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, so I did not read that.
Okay, so that is when he starts disappearing more and she's enjoying it because she has more time to herself and she kind of focuses more on
so I think my brain was everywhere. She said that like I like my time alone, but I like when
he comes back.
When he comes back. Just even more.
Right. Yeah. So that is when she takes about a year there and focuses completely on her work. And then she ends up opening an exhibit. He's there, but disappears yet again. Between then, he shows up covered in blood. He's completely bruised. He's obviously been beaten, and he had been gone for about a year. Is what it looked like to me.
I didn't realize
that. Didn't officially say it, but if you look at like the timeline, it looks like he disappeared for about a year. Maybe that was to support herself into her work and then all of that. So then they visit. They're out just hanging out.
Wait, so we don't even know. Never mind. Go on. My brain's going everywhere.
Okay, so that was when then they're just like out for Christmas. They see Dr. Kendrick. He's mad that that Henry isn't taking his meds, and he's not taking them because he's not really home to take them regularly.
Right. Well, and he probably hasn't seen Dr. Kendrick in a year if he's been gone for a year.
Yeah, like all.
Yeah, and he asks about him. Yeah, and so we didn't know yet that he'd kind of really been gone a year. I hadn't really put that together yet. Then right after that, he visits Claire when he is 41 and she is 18. It is her 18th birthday.
Oh, okay. I'll catch up. The toes.
They have like a whole thing because this is the point where then he disappears for 2 years and she doesn't see him again until she's 20 in the library. And he, as far as he knows, has never met her. So, but they do some things. And he is 41 and she is 18. However,
but this is a fantasy world.
He made it a very nice first experience for an 18-year-old girl, one that every 18-year-old girl should have.
I was gonna say we gotta not think like we're in this world when you're reading this book.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like
alone time. Yeah, they had some alone time.
Well, yeah, things have turned evil nowadays, but that's not where this is coming from. This wasn't coming from evil.
No.
So I'm just gonna say that.
No.
Well, no, it's not. It's I don't think that Henry is a predator or
no, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I get Kaylin. I get it. It's weird because it's inappropriate. inappropriate. But to live in a fantasy world where they are husband and wife.
Well, and he mentions it. He's like, hold on, because he cuts to at, I don't remember what age. Was that when they were trying to get pregnant, and that was when he wanted to give up, and she was 15, and she gets mad at him for whatever and like slaps him, and he enjoys it. He's like, do it again, and she's like,
he enjoyed it. He was like, I deserve it. It was like I deserve it kind of thing.
Yes, but it also like
turned in
like you're an idiot, like stop it. And he enjoys it and kisses her, and that's when she's like, hold up, this has never happened.
What's going on?
And he's like, oh my gosh, like I was just with you at like
so
30 whatever, and I'm mad at you at like 32, and I'm mad at you because
and he even said, he was like, this is not the one you're mad at.
This is not the one you're mad at. Yeah, don't treat her like this. And so he gets her like a very sweet secondary like first kiss, even though like at his age he's like
no, it's definitely weird because this is not normal. So it's going to be weird. But this isn't our world either. This is like...
No, it's true. It's definitely a fantasy world. But honestly, when I was that age, I wouldn't have cared either. I just got to say it.
Exactly. And
would not have even thought about it.
The man that you have been in love with your entire childhood.
Right.
Because he has been...
And then him being at that age, having that much time with her.
Yeah.
And having that much connection.
And knowing he's only got 2 years left,
and her spilling her heart out like I only got 2 years. 2 years, so you get like, come on, like she's
she like kind of lets him know, like he shows up. It's her 18th birthday, and she's like, look, like we made this plan. It's my 18th birthday. You already said it's the last time
this is not a situation where you can ever like, well, because of this book, or like this is a book. This is a situation. Everything's situational. I get it. She was young, years old, but this is a freaking book. This is fantasy world. I don't have a problem with it.
So I forget how old he is when they meet in the library. She's 20. That would make him 28.
They have 8 year difference.
7, 8. It's like 7, 8. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like, okay, well, if 28-year-old Henry had traveled back.
Oh yeah, it would have been a complete different.
At a 41-year-old.
Oh yeah, 28-year-old would not have cared.
Is that like a different situation to be? I mean, it's not to be.
Well, so I would I would say everything's situational. When he went back, it's like the memories you have of when you go back. It's. I think. Everything makes a difference.
Yeah. I mean,
because it's way too complicated to just like pinpoint like one thing. And I think she did that on purpose. It's supposed to be about a relationship, not about anything else. So let's just look at that.
It's also mentioned that she's had her entire lifetime with him, and he didn't get any of that.
Yes.
He only gets to know her from 28 to what, 43? And that's it. 28 to 43.
Although he did, as a child, probably glance at her.
But as a child, he did hop to see her at 1 or 2 points.
Well,
but they didn't.
When she was visiting, remember at the house with
yeah.
He was like laughing under the table.
That's because he was comfortable and safe and went to Kimmy's when he was
but he did. They did connect in that way.
Yeah, that was very sweet too.
I also wonder though. Was that Henry's last travel back to the meadow? Was it his last at 41? At 41? Because she says that they meet in the library. After that, making you older than 40 something.
Yes,
you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, it's her.
Well, and that's when he found out he was dying. And that's when he found out he was already had only 5 years left, right?
Well, at 41, he's got 2 years left.
Oh, and he didn't jump on it at the beginning. He waited. He was like,
Yep. So I wonder if he knows on some level, like, this is my last time coming back.
or being with her.
He didn't know when. I don't think that when he visited her. When he told her, wait a second, when he had told her, this is our last time to see each other, when she was going to be 18 and he was going to be 20. I don't think he said that.
This is our last.
This is the last time I'm going to see you until we're until
we meet in the present.
It's a 2-year gap, and then we'll meet in the present, and that's it.
Yes.
But she doesn't see him then until he gets older.
From that time frame.
The oldest
when he dies, he doesn't. No, but he does meet. Never mind. My brain. Oh my god.
It's right here. Hold on.
What is it?
Look, right in. It would have been our first week reading. It's called After the End, and it says
what page?
1984, 78. It says Claire's 13, Henry is 43. Oh. You remember when he goes to the meadow and he doesn't see her? She just like feels him and comes running out of the house, and he is talking to her dad and her brother. And they said that they see something, but we don't know what it is.
Yes.
Everybody looks uncomfortable and sad, and then he disappears.
Is his body?
What if it's his body?
Ooh.
What if? So he's 43 and he visits her at 13. That is the only time he visits her at 43. I think. I have it all. I'm checking. 40. Hold on. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
We'll see what happens there.
Now we'll see. Ooh, thank goodness for my colored annotations here.
Oh, you're going back.
Yeah.
I wish I did that. I wanted to, but I just
keep it all up here. It's a steel trap.
I mean, if you go to the like top of every title, if you go to the top of every title, you can do it because
it has the dates.
But I also
now you know the significant date to look or significant age or date to look for.
Yeah, because I can just look kind of at the top instead of having to like peek through like what age I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. But also like throughout some chapters, he like jumps quite a bit, so I had to cut a couple extra. But that was good to know.
I knew it would be later on in the book where
that would make so much sense.
You can like start looking more in depth and understanding what was going on in that moment.
Yeah. Right.
That's clever. Because now you're like making puzzles in the book.
I made a note too. I remember making a note saying like, what happened in the field? What are they looking at? Why are the three of them concerned? And they like send her away.
Yeah.
I mean, her dad and brother have seen him before, and that has not come back up yet.
Oh, right. Like, what? Yes.
Like her mom passes away this week. We knew that was coming at some point. Yeah. And then we know that her dad and her brother have met him older. And we just don't know what happened.
We still don't know what they were doing.
That's coming this week.
Was our last week, right?
Mm-hmm. This is our last week.
So better come this week or like
if it never comes. That would be weird.
Don't leave me with loose ends.
Right. No. If you just like put that little crumb in there and never.
Oh, I would be so mad. I'd be like, what?
Why did you even
I put questions all throughout. Like I put questions like, is this gonna happen? Why did this happen?
Are we gonna find out?
Yeah. Is this connected to this?
That'd be a jerk move.
Right?
Ooh, Audrey, you better not.
Leave me that is a one.
And as of right now, we don't know what actually is happening in the film versus the book. And like, if these things come, I mean, just because we haven't seen it in so long.
So I'm gonna say this: like, when this came out, I didn't even know it was a book. I just saw the movie, and I only saw the trailer. I'm like, what the heck is this? I never watched it. When I picked the book, I picked it because I didn't know what it's about. And I knew it was like I knew everybody talked about the movie. I never heard anything bad. So I was like, let's read the book. But I had zero expectations, had no idea what I was getting myself into, had seen a couple trailers. But I feel like what I've read and what the trailers I saw and what I assumed it was or tried to make sense, completely different.
Okay. I saw this movie a lot.
Okay. See, I only remember like bits of the trailers as a child or a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if what they saw was her daughter. Oh God, like if she traveled, that would be crazy. I mean, I don't think that's gonna be it. I think it's gonna be his body, but but it would be crazy if it was like Rando, her daughter. But like, it seems like they can only travel to places they've been or places they know.
Yeah.
Give me just.
And that's why they were able to handle the mice, right? That's what I assumed. I was like, they're gonna handle mice. They're gonna like who? But then I realized, the mice are only obviously to go what they've been in, so that was easy to maintain.
Yeah, they only go to like places they know or comfortable in.
Yeah, and see, that's what my brain is. I started reading about mice, and like my brain just started like, but they can end up here and there and blah blah blah, and they're not. And then I had to like think more simplistic.
Right? Your mind is like, did these mice start the bubonic plague? They travel that far back in time.
And they told, like, we gotta end humanity. Yeah. You go there and you go there.
Plague of time traveling mice.
It all started in the future.
Oh, yeah. I love time travel stories.
Because you try to make sense of it. Like, so the one I almost picked, but I think it was too long, was The Time Machine.
Oh, Jules Verne's The Time Machine.
Yes. Did you ever read that?
Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. I read that as like a 10-year-old. And
by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I had to stop and like ask my mom about like certain words or something. Like, I think at that age, I didn't know what a pyre was, and they talk about.
That's why I couldn't read as a kid. Cause I'm like, there's too much stuff that it can't even make sense.
Like my mom was an English teacher, so I could always be like, "What?"
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So I did, and I do love that book. I absolutely love it
too. I love this movie. Not crazy. I used to read books like that when I was that age.
Good. But yeah, I love time travel stories.
And you just try to make sense of it and like try to play logic into time travel and all that stuff.
I think I love them so much because so many books for me, I can just anticipate what's coming.
Right.
Like, not very hard for me to see where books are going.
Like, that's common when you have ADHD.
Really?
Yeah, your brain is already like forward thinking so fast that you can come up with like the ending way faster than most people do. Mm-hmm. So you're already like analyzing all little bits of information that you get along the way, like as if they are all.
Yeah, we're watching. Usually when I watch a movie with you, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen.
This is gonna happen. That's what I do. It's so hard not to, and I do the same thing in books.
And you just say it out loud, like it's like you're thinking out loud. That's what it is.
My with the book, so ADHD though that he can't even figure out what's going on in the movie while it's happening.
Like, because you're looking at everything else. Well, that's just where the attention span is.
Wait, what did they say? Wait, what did they? What is that important? And I'm like,
pattern recognition.
Either please shut your mouth.
Pattern recognition is better than most people. Yeah. That's true too.
But I feel like time travel stories always are good for me to be like, "Ooh, didn't know that was gonna happen," or they always
because it jumps
something where I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Well, because it's like you couldn't know this happened because it happened in the future.
Yeah.
Like I love the Outlander books. I read those.
Okay.
They're less predictable, so.
Regina, I love you, girl, because I was so into the same books at that age. Because I was like, it's easier for my brain.
I wasn't reading at 10.
Club too. Please don't get me wrong.
That stuff was much easier for me at that time because I didn't know how to like focus.
My dyslexia didn't even allow me to read at that age. Still, I was
still trying to figure it out. Yeah. Oh
like,
my
what
goodness.
is all this hieroglyphics I'm looking at?
Right? I know. Oh my goodness.
Do you read with you do audiobooks a lot,
No,
right?
no, I do read more. I don't know what it was. It is an interest thing. If I'm not interested, my brain scatters.
That's interesting. So how has it worked for you then, being in this book club, differently from being in school and having to read?
Oh golly. I never read in school.
How hard was that? Because we had required reading.
Yes, we did.
All of our required reading is now on the banned books list.
I just learned how to bullshit.
Wow, that early.
That's what dyslexia makes you do. Like, I bet you, like, that's like a common thing, is knowing how to bullshit. Like,
yeah, like early on. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at her.
I hated reading for
honestly.
School. I did. I just didn't want to do anything somebody was making me do, really. It was
I wanted to, though.
Like, you couldn't. She didn't want to.
So Houston and I, we're in the same grade, and I stayed at school and really tried and would fail. And he would show up like 3 times a month, aced everything, but failed because the teacher's like, well, you never showed up. All this. He's like, but I'm getting an ace. And I'm like,
I showed up to high school and slept a lot.
There's that.
And I didn't have any problem passing, but I did skip a lot of school. And they let you like pay to graduate.
Well, that's a nice option. If your family is wealthy enough, you're going to get on through life. Yeah, let's just start now.
For classes. Look, I really tried not to, but I just could not bullshit because Desiree has this problem too. She doesn't like to lie ever, even if it's about a small thing.
That's why you just be quiet. You're just known as the quiet one.
Yeah, I don't have a problem fucking lying. My problem is that my delivery was bad when I was young. And so I would try, and out of my mouth would come the most ridiculous things that nobody could believe. And so I could never get away with it. And so I was like, fuck it. Like, no, I literally did not read because I couldn't fucking concentrate. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I just can't. There's no excuse. I can't concentrate. I don't know. But it's because I would start to tell these fucking stories and they just did not make sense and nobody would believe that shit ever. So I was not a good bullshitter back then. I had to learn.
Oh, I did not. I remember in 9th grade, I did not do my paper for Romeo and Juliet, which by 9th grade I had read in excess of 20 times. Like
right. Yeah.
But you were busy.
So much. And the teacher knew I knew the material, but I did not do the paper. And I bullshitted and cried that teacher. She ran into my mom, was like, I'm so sorry about what happened to Teen. And it's totally fine that she didn't turn her paper in. And my mom was like, I'm sorry.
She didn't. She what?
Your mom, the English teacher, is like, the fuck she didn't.
Right? My mother, the English teacher, was like, oh, Elaine, she lied to you.
She'll be turning it in twice.
She lied to you. And my teacher was like, no, she cried. And my mom was like, yeah, I bet she did.
I've seen those tears.
So it was convincing, right? Oh my God, Caitlin, I skipped a ton. Ended up graduating a year early because I tested out.
See?
We did not test out. They did not let us test out. Is that like a California thing? I don't know.
They did not let us.
I don't know if it was your year or my year. I think my year was the first year that you had to test out. Even after you did all your years, you had to have I forget what it was called. We did have to do
an exit.
What do they call it? Oh yeah, exit exam.
We had to do that.
No, I mean we had exit exams, but we couldn't.
Those were fairly new.
Test out.
Yeah, early.
You had to take them like
unless if you had the amount of credits. then you could test out.
Oh.
It was a credit amount. And so if you did like extra classes early on, you could have or did your extra classes during the summertime. It was about you had to have X amount of credits.
Okay. No. I didn't know shit about that.
Getting held back and was there until he was like almost 21.
Oh
like,
no.
On his 21st birthday. They were like, literally can't be here anymore.
Like it's illegal now.
You are of age to buy people alcohol now.
I've heard of that happening.
Yeah.
Super
senior.
I was about to say I heard that happening. Yeah, that's what they were called, super seniors. Super seniors could, because what that meant was they can buy you alcohol. Oh, they're a super senior. Oh, who's friends with them then?
And that dude was just having fun, repeating high school over and over again.
He was just like a bored person that did not Peter Pan syndrome, we'll call it.
He just enjoyed the social life of high school, and he was Van Wildering high school.
Why you want to leave that? I don't know.
Right? He's like, I get to eat here. Everybody's chilling.
Not expecting me to do much.
He's over here showing up like Matthew McConaughey at high school and shit now.
Oh, he drove a Mustang. Like he loved himself.
Oh yeah.
That's what he took was the California High School Proficiency Exam. Yeah, I don't know when they had that. I don't know. I never knew about it because I would have tried to take it. How does it be done?
No, that's what you had to take. I think that was like fairly new. Like it was like a beginning thing with, I don't know if it was your grade, but around.
I never heard of it, but that doesn't mean shit because my memory's bad. But
that's what I'm saying. Like yeah.
It would have been around that time. Okay.
Yeah.
So I technically, when did I graduate? 2001?
Yeah.
We're 3. Desiree and I were 2003.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
It's 3.
Yeah, I'm 2 years older.
Yeah, if we're 85, she's 82.
Yeah.
It's 3 years.
Years older, so yes. 2001. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. My senior year, I was like, look, Mom, school sucks, the teachers are dicks, and I don't want to go back.
It's just like,
and they're not teaching. They don't listen to me when I say I'm not understanding something. They call me out like in front. This is what
they're calling out.
They call you out in front of class when you ask a question about something that you didn't understand.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, come up. Why do you want me to come up? Why am I coming up to the board?
Like,
I asked you a question.
Like, it took me like 10 minutes to get the courage to ask.
I'm over here feeling like shit because I don't understand something. It takes me forever to raise my hand and finally fucking ask. I finally ask, and then you want to call me up and say, did you even do the work? I got the work right here. Oh, I see the work, but did you do it? I fucking did it. Understanding how I did it.
But it's confusing.
I got through it, but I don't understand it. Can you help? Please help. And so I was tired of every single class except for my English classes. Those I excelled in, always, that was fine. And occasionally I would excel in like sciences if it didn't include any kind of math.
Oh, I hate chemistry.
I didn't take chemistry because I couldn't get that far up. You had to take algebra 2 to get to chemistry?
I didn't do chemistry.
So I didn't get to. But I knew I couldn't because I couldn't do geometry. That was I could not because I had the worst teachers and they did not want to teach. They just wanted to make you feel bad.
Oh yeah. I got called up.
I just put my head down. Look, same. They put your head down, but I had my head down and they call us up.
It's like, obviously, like, don't make me look like an asshole. I didn't do the work not because I was being a jerk. I didn't do it because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Now you gotta make me tell the whole class, yeah I don't understand it.
I think our town was notorious for like calling you out.
I get it because there were some just like jerks and they're trying to call it, but it's like,
math teachers.
You should know. Assholes. You should know at this point. Yeah. I've been your student how long?
Yeah.
You
science teacher that if you wanted to ask a question, like you would raise your hand, every time rise and be recognized. He would make you stand up out of your seat to ask your question.
No.
I was like,
I would never. Oh my gosh. I would always have a stomachache in that class.
No, thank you. I would always be getting my period and going to the fucking
right? Yeah,
office.
I don't know what's
I
going on.
need to go to the nurse. I need to go to the nurse.
I got caught skipping one time, and I was like, look, I started my period, and I am going home to get my supplies, and I will be back.
Yeah.
That male administrator wanted nothing to do with it. He was like, oh.
Just leave.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no. It was awful. Math was awful. But I do remember the same teacher was the surf coach.
Wagner.
And Wagner, I'm going to call his ass out.
Okay.
Wagner.
He was my math teacher, but
Dick. Because he was the surf coach as well.
Yeah.
And I had a problem because I just, there were certain points throughout, that school year that I just would not understand something and I couldn't connect it. And if he had given the time, I would have connected it. And it's true because I was able to connect it later and I needed somebody to help me work through those issues. So I would ask about those specific things and he'd be like, well, how did you even come up with this answer I want you to bring your homework and write it all out on
right.
everybody. And I'm like, so this guy next to me is on your surf team and he's failing. And I fucking know it because I see his work. He's right next to me. He's not the person to copy off of. But how is he passing and how do you never call him out? Ever. Never call him out. I'm asking questions because I want to know.
Because he knows the kid is dumb, and he's like, I already know he's dumb, so I don't gotta find out if he's dumb.
Right. So instead of making the popular jock look dumb, he wants to make the girl who really wants to know what she's missing
and doesn't realize
feel like shit so bad that she doesn't even want to ask that question.
I don't think they realize the trauma,
the amount of devastation that a teacher can cause in a child's future for even just asking a question or raising
or
their
even
hand.
Popcorn reading gave me freaking anxiety. When I heard popcorn reading, I'm like,
Anna loves it. She even mentions it all the time. Popcorn, and I'm like, no,
my ADD couldn't follow, and then and I look at the kids don't you kind of look like pick me, and you're like don't pick me, and they look at you like I don't know any other name to say. And you're it's this look across the classroom, no, please don't. And they're like, I don't know who else to do it. And you're like, no. And then they call your name, and I'm like,
oh my God, I would always volunteer to read out loud because I could not listen to the kids who stuttered through it or gave me such anxiety.
Yeah.
To have to hear them struggle and know that they were so uncomfortable.
It's painful. You want to rescue them.
Yeah.
And usually I sat next to somebody that pointed to where I was.
I was like, I will read out loud.
Oh my gosh.
But then you usually sit with a neighbor. They're like, we're here. And I'm like, I get it. We're here. But I'm too I couldn't even what I did. What's that called? The speeches where your oral speeches.
Yeah.
My voice is that the
shaky
shakes. Thing. And then my eyes would just water. And then I'd have my notes in front of me. I'm trying to read my notes. I'm like, no, so I'm trying to read word for word at this point. I can't memorize anything at this point.
I've had to do all this stuff. Same thing. I've had to give speeches in front of auditoriums and I don't know why. When they did this whole women in government thing, I thought that would be badass. It sounds fuck yeah, that sounds fun. I want to be women in government. I mean, still badass. When I had to then get up there in front of 400 people. My paper becomes floppy and so does my fucking throat. I don't even understand it.
No.
I was like, this is great until I had to be in front of someone.
Public speaking is one of the top fears of people.
Yes.
Yes. It's like arachnophobia in public speaking.
Once I'm over 8 people.
Hi, Harry.
That's
welcome.
8 or more. Can't do. My voice does that like thing.
Just for reference, you didn't do that at your wedding, and there were more than 8 of us there.
I didn't.
You didn't, but you were very focused on one person.
I could do that, yeah, but like I did not go on the. I did not speak to everybody at once.
No, you were absolutely focused on one person, and you were not shaky when you did that. So.
People don't enjoy public speaking. I'm like, I loved a good debate club. I'm like, I love to.
I wanted to participate in debate because
I love to debate.
Yeah, I love to debate. I don't love to debate when I'm being judged on it.
Yeah.
Was a thing. And also, when like put on the spot, I would lose my entire train of thought. And if I had a good point, by the time someone finished speaking, I lost that point.
Your brain is like going all these like.
And you're like, hold on.
No card.
Hold on, I just had that. But like sometimes a no card doesn't fix like what somebody else said.
No.
And you came up with like a really good point.
Yes.
And you're like, I just have to listen and remember it. And then you do not remember it. It's your turn to speak. And you're like, my rebuttal sucks. Sorry. Public speaking.
Oh, you don't like it either, huh? No. Love it.
Is there anybody who loves public speaking?
Oh,
like,
I bet you do.
Like, doesn't matter how many people in the crowd.
No, don't care. Wow. Because I'm not looking at.
But
there you go.
I don't look at them, and my voice still does the shaky thing. I look at the sky, and it's.
I have this lovely ability to pretty much tune out anything.
I can do that, but I can't tune out what like physical.
Oh, like I'm tuning out this bright light that's actually.
Okay. See, I can't do that. Okay, I gotcha.
You had to teach some classes in the military. Was that hard? That difficult? I always wanted to be a teacher because I thought I could like talk to people well.
Teach like speech?
You had to teach some. Well, I probably just some different types of classes in the military.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you had to teach them.
Okay.
Gary, I'm watching my neighbors get delivery right now, and I'm wondering what they're eating.
Where is it? Oh, food?
Yeah, they just had
Uber Eats?
like 2 or 3 different deliveries. I'm not sure. I think
in the same day.
In the same 15 minutes.
Oh.
And I didn't see what was delivered. Some gal was wearing a red shirt and a visor, though. It's probably Pizza Hut, right?
Interesting.
No, it's not. It's not Pizza Hut. It's not Pizza Hut. She's coming back. She's looking at her phone. I can't tell. Hold on. No, I have no idea what the fuck she's doing. She delivered food, though. What is that? Why are we so interested? But I swear to God, if they knocked on my door, I would hide.
Because it has to do with you. You're not interested if it has to do with you.
Anybody else like go,
boring.
Who's knocking on my door? Why is the doorbell ringing? And you like run away. Back in the day, we were like,
go run and hide. I'm like, no, run. I'll answer the door with the pit bull. You run.
What is that? Back in the day, we were like, ooh, who's calling? Now, no. I don't want to know who's calling. It's not for me.
I don't recognize that number. Because we recognize that because faces pop up.
You got all of it. I'm kind of jealous. Like when you order from everywhere one night, that sounds like a date night to me.
What's going on there? Why did they
invite you don't look out the window, bitch. Yes.
Right?
Des and I were just talking about this. She was having a crappy day, and I sent her food. I was like, "Did you eat dinner?" She's like, "Nah, I didn't think about it. I didn't feel like it." Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "No, bitch, not my sister." So I send her dinner.
Soup.
It did include soup. I sent her fajitas and like a chicken tortilla soup or whatever. And
cute.
When they say, "Do you want to add something on at the end with DoorDash?" You have like 12 minutes to add something. And they put up ice creams, and I was like, "Oh, I'll love it." So, anyways, I go and like order all these things, and I was like, "I'm gonna send it to her." And then she's like, "But how am I supposed to receive this? I'm gonna hide the second they knock on the door."
Oh, I gotcha.
I was like,
on the floor.
I know you. It's okay. I said, leave it at the door, hit the doorbell, and run. they did. It's so good. She's why is some dude's name like Brandon? She's like, Brandon is a mom and a son that's like 5.
I always leave it on the porch, beware of dogs.
Right? Like, just like drop run. Exactly. I have a gun, asshole. Exactly. It is funny though. She was like, how am I supposed to eat this food? And I was like, they've been forewarned. Like, drop and leave. Like, you don't have to answer your door. I even told her when it was coming, and she goes, perfect, I'll go hide right now. Back in the day when we were kids, I wanted to know who was there. I wanted to answer the phone all the time. I wanted to like see who was at the door.
Right.
It was never somebody selling solar though. It was somebody who wanted to go out and play.
Or JWs.
Yep. Ooh, or Girl Scout cookies.
I would have minded a Girl Scout cookie.
Right?
Why does my parents always said no? Anymore?
No,
why
they
do
don't.
They only
because they don't answer. Because people don't answer their doors anymore. That's why.
Because we all hide.
That's why they're like, we're not getting anywhere here. We hear them, and we hear like.
She's all my dogs are just hanging in the yard. So good luck dropping anything off. Honestly, I would answer my door if it was always Girl Scout cookies. That's the problem. Nobody comes around that has anything I want.
That's true. We're like all those door-to-door salesmen.
Yes.
Give me a really cool vacuum.
My kids are at the age where they got to see everything. So they both run up to like the little windows on the side of the door. And they're both like this. And I'm like, they're going to know we're home and I'm not answering.
Right.
And then they're just going to wait. I don't want them to see you. Just think about that. They're like, yeah, but I don't care. I really want to see who's there.
We just want to know.
Really got to know who's there. I got to know.
Got to know.
Yeah, we're working on it with them. We're working on it.
No, the one was good though. Like they did let me in. Like remember I left, I was like, oh, I forgot something.
See, now I have to open the door. CJ doesn't.
He kept looking at me. He's like, I just left. He's like, no. I'm like,
nope.
I was like, it's really good, and I really I tell my kids to do the same thing, so I'm zero frustrated.
Luke will go and open the door if someone pulls in the driveway. He's like, who's here? Like, they must be here.
They like start flashing like SOS to like the people. Like, I'm a kid. I'm inside. Say hi to me.
Hey, right? CJ's over here having conversations through our Ring. So the house came with Ring, so we just re-signed up because it was already there. And so he's like, I'm not answering. And I'm like, I mean, our children are standing at the door. What are you going to do? And he was like, hi, how are you? What do you want? And he'll just like have these conversations like through Ring. And I'm like, why would anybody even do that? I would walk away.
Yeah.
I would not.
But if they're selling something, they're not walking away.
Yeah, if they're selling something. But do many people do that anymore? The door-to-door salesman?
Avon calling? No.
We come to our door selling stuff, and
like
our whole neighborhood has like, listing signs, and I warn them. I'm like, don't go knocking on people's door in this neighborhood. They get mad.
I need to get into no soliciting because the amount of because of the area we're in, it's very sunny and super popular for solar paneling.
Yeah. We
already got solar paneling before they all started coming around. But we started with our solar process in November? We called to start the process in November. We didn't move to the house until February 1st. So we knew we couldn't get it really until then. But we wanted to get it started because we wanted to get locked in at like the rate before.
Oh, yeah.
So we literally just got our solar panels installed on the 13th, I think it was, of this month. And they're not hooked up quite yet. But up until this point, so until we moved from the point where we moved in February 1st to now, literally like the week that we had it installed, I could tell you there were some days where it was like 4 or 5 knocks on the door, and it was like 4 days a week.
Oh my goodness.
And they will stand and wait and give you their full spiel. Wow. And then when you tell them, they're like, so are you interested in solar? And CJ would stupidly be like, yeah, no, I already have solar set up and paid for, etc. So who are you going with? And he would tell them the name of the company, and they'd be like, "Ooh, I've never heard of that one." Everybody said that. And he'd be like, "Well, I never heard of yours, so it doesn't matter." I would answer the door and be like, "Ooh, we rent. We don't own."
Right? Yeah. So, or like, oh yeah, I gotta talk to my husband.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Maybe
like,
is the owner of the house here? No. I'm the owner of the house. No.
Oh,
no, they're not. I'm just house sitting.
Like, yeah, I'm the maid.
Yes. All the fucking bullshit we pull, right? So many solar salesmen, like GTFO. Exactly. And it was like crazy the amounts. You'd have this like 18-year-old girl showing up, and we're like, why are you here? Why are you being here? Are you safe?
Are you safe?
Are you safe? Like, I don't really want to answer the door because I don't know if anybody's around the corner at this point. Like, weird.
Have you been trafficked into this line of work?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, you have these guys that like give you a spiel. These are the dumbass guys. They're like teenage boys, teenage 20s. They give you a whole spiel and you still don't know what they're selling. And I'm like,
what?
They're like, so we were in the neighborhood working on your neighbor's place and installing for them. And we just wanted to let you know that you would get a discount if we came in to like sign you up on the same day. And I'm like, what plumbing?
Right?
Window working? Like, what are you doing here? Like,
oh yeah.
The amount of times I've had to decipher what it is that they're doing here. It's always solar, but because of the area, you can always just guess it's solar, but still. She said not here in Alabama. At the old house in California. See, California, it's always fucking solar.
Well, because we got the sun.
There
supposedly,
are no door-to-door. There's no door-to-door anybody about anything ever.
Well, they're not coming to her door with all those dogs in the yard.
That's true.
They don't, yeah, like if you're like all the houses next door, it's easy to go in and out. You're not gonna.
Yeah. People come to our door to sell security systems and like bug spraying services.
We get the bug one.
I have a bug spray service, but we have a ton of fruit trees. If we didn't, the house is ridiculous.
So trees in general, if you have a lot of them, they bring a lot of spiders, and that's not
fun. No, our fruit trees bring in a lot of ants because of all the glucose, like all the.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, ants galore, and if we don't have it, they're all in the house, like as clean as possible. The ants, the dog drops one thing out of its mouth, and there's like trails of ants everywhere.
There's like 4 fucking houses on our street, and literally they just don't come by.
See?
Yeah, they're like, I'm not gonna waste my time on that street.
Not worth it.
So CJ's mom had an orange tree at their house, and that fool brought all the spiders. A lot of flies, a few fruit flies, but mostly it was spiders. Orange trees. Ugh, hated it. It was always on the roof and it like dropped down in your face in front of the door.
We have 4 orange trees.
Halloween always.
We got 4 of them.
I don't get solar, but church groups often. That does not happen anymore here. There's no more church groups coming by.
I get the Jehovah's Witnesses every once in a while.
We see them.
The JWs are always around. They'll never
see them come by on our cameras, but they skip the house. So I'm wondering if they already knew to avoid the people who used to live here. Or maybe they knew that they were Catholic or something. But I'll avoid them.
I feel like they know enough, new people live there.
Everybody finds out, right? Like when they found out that we moved here, they were like, ooh, new owners, you guys need solar, and that's why we got bombarded.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that stops soon. Let's see, you guys know full well you bring them into your home, offer them coffee. If they were oh my God.
Those solar people don't read, we wouldn't bring them in the house.
I mean, honestly, if there was a door-to-door book salesperson.
There used to be.
Well, people
just like a random basket of books.
People used to go door to door selling encyclopedias.
Yes, my parents bought them.
Yes.
my aunt were the door-to-door salesman ladies, and so we ended up with like several sets of encyclopedias in my home.
Oh my. Yep. No sidewalks within 5 miles of my house. Wow. Just dirt roads. That's just dirt we're looking at over there.
Mm-hmm.
No sidewalks. No.
I was kidding. Ouch. So we just like pulling up on dirt roads. I don't know why I say shit like that because like my cabin is a dirt road.
Because you're just going above and beyond. That's why it's just
I got extra. Read all about. If there was a door-to-door book sales person, I would definitely offer them coffee and be like, "Come on in and show me what you have in your cart."
Yep.
I would get kidnapped that day. I can tell you that. I'd be like about to get suckered in. I have my checkbook ready.
Like, come to my car and I'll show you
all
more.
Of a sudden I have a checkbook.
Like, I'd love to see more.
Right? Like instead of charge it, like full on like pen paper.
I'll let you touch the pages. Take me there.
Oh, I love it. Got my checkbook.
Ooh, you got it paved. Moving on up, girl. That road paved.
Beautiful.
She got sleepy eyes.
Oh man, she had a big weekend. She was swimming all
She's
day.
like, yeah, I was.
Gymnastics, birthday party, lake, a boat ride, and swimming all day.
Why are you still awake?
Well, she fell asleep at like 6 p.m. our time. Yeah.
When they fall asleep like too early pooped, then they just have like a little bit.
That freaks me out. Like, don't let them sleep.
She fell asleep and then she woke up at about 8.
Okay.
So
I was closing my eyes so I could.
Oh, they were just closed.
She was just resting her eyes.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people do that. They just rest their eyes for a little bit. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Resting your eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot of dads that do that too.
A lot of dads definitely do.
All the dads know how to rest eyes, don't
they?
They?
But they never sleep.
Oh, my constantly would be in his rocking chair.
You must have heard that one from her dad, right?
Right? Exactly.
Exactly. We did try to attempt we want to take a nap. Please wake us up when you're ready to clean.
Oh.
We attempted that one. I think it was last weekend. CJ and I don't know why. It's just like the heat. We're running around. We're doing stuff. We're dead. And we were like, we're going to crash on the couch. You guys could play video games next to us. It's fine. Just like leave us be. But wake us
when you're ready.
Maybe 30 minutes when you're ready to start doing some house cleaning. Mm-hmm. And Leo automatically, he was like, cool. See you at midnight. Midnight. He was like, yeah, I hope you sleep a long time. Okay, buddy. Did we sleep? No, we did not. Because the moment we laid down, our big old Great Dane laid directly.
Oh, loved you guys. It's like we're
full
cuddling.
Body length.
He's like, are we cuddling now?
He was a jerk. I was like, get off. And then the kids saw her and got jealous and had to lay on top of us. So it was like a 5 pile.
Oh no.
For no reason. Poor baby. She's a sleepy thing. She said, Mom, let's go. It's bedtime. Well, you're done.
She keeps being, are you done yet? Are you?
I think we're
Mom,
we're at a good time frame.
She's going to be busy Tuesday night.
Yep, I will. I'll have my angler fish.
Yeah, she's going to be an angler fish on Tuesday night.
In bed with her. And
if anybody wants to know what the angler fish is, you should just tune in with us. We're not going to explain it right now, but it's worth it.
You got to come to the watch party.
That's all I'm going to say. It's worth it.
All right, ladies, we can finish up. We covered the book and then some this week, I think. And so we will finish our book this week. We are also going to do our watch party for the film, The Time Traveler's Wife, starring Eric Bana and Rachel McAdams on Tuesday. I know, early this week, y'all. So if you didn't finish your reading, fuck it. You're coming to watch a movie.
Just watch it and then read it.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
We'll take a couple breaks while we're watching. I will send links to everybody who needs them. Either message me or Dominique or fuck it, even Teen, and just let us know if you're coming.
We'll make it happen.
We will get that link to you all and finish your book this week. Take a break. Enjoy the weather.
Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern.
Yes. Correct.
On Tuesday is
right
our
there.
watch party.
We'll figure it out.
And then don't forget your boxes. Your fucking trippy ass boxes are shipping out tomorrow. So get ready for
tomorrow.
We will be unboxing a week from Monday.
Get ready.
Ooh, the 31st, I think, actually.
Ooh.
31st? I don't even know.
So.
Damn, this month's blue, so I don't even know.
It's summertime.
Yeah. All right. Have a good night, bitches. We'll see you Tuesday.